Available now. Link below.
Brace yourselves for a story that will leave you stunned and amazed. A shocking video has resurfaced exposing CNN's Brian Stelter as he is triggered by conservatives who dub him Humpty Dumpty and Mr. Potato Head. You won't believe your eyes as Stelter squirms, trying to explain the bizarre potato parcels sent to his doorstep. But that's not all. Watch as Fox News' Sean Hannity roast Stelter in a brutal takedown that will leave you speechless. And just when you thought it couldn't get any stranger, we uncover Stelter's betrayal as he runs for a GOP school board seat in New Jersey. Can he convince voters he's shed his liberal past, or will this humiliating video haunt his campaign? Don't go anywhere, because you don't want to miss a single moment of this incredible story, and stay tuned for my final thought, where I will reveal the shocking truth behind Stelter's fall from grace. And just like Brian Stelter is trying to shed his Humpty Dumpty and Mr. Potato Head image, many of us are looking ways to boost our strength and resilience in the face of life's challenges. That's where testosterone from Black Forest Supplements comes in. This natural supplement, known as nature's steroid, can help you increase your testosterone and enhance your recovery without the negative side effects of traditional steroids. And just like Stelter facing pushback from his critics, testosterone is facing potential restrictions from the FDA and WADA. But you can stock up now with Black Forest Supplements' special promotion. Buy 2 bottles, get 1 free. Visit blackforestsupplements.com/news today. You'll find the link down below to take control of your health and rise above the challenges, just like Stelter is trying to do in his surprising Republican run. Now, in a surprising turn of events, a video has resurfaced exposing CNN's former anchor, Brian Stelter, as he faces a barrage of mockery from conservatives. The once prominent journalist, now relegated to a post-CNN life, finds himself grappling with the humiliating monikers of Humpty Dumpty and Mr. Potato Head. As Stelter attempts to navigate this new reality, the video reveals the depth of his triggering and the bizarre aftermath of his fall from grace. Watch.
It's not just about the characters who are in, it's also about the villains that the cinematic universe creates. I like to think that I'm a bit character in that universe. I once had a potato mailed to me. It came in a FedEx box. It was an actual potato. And I showed it to my kids. And of course, my kids are young. They have no idea why someone's mailing me a potato. It's because that within the Fox universe, I used to be called Humpty Dumpty. And from there it became Brian's a potato. And so when I get random tweets from people calling me Spud, I know that, as you just said, they're in that in-group. It is their way of communicating to each other that they are in on the, I guess in this case it's a joke, but it's also an insult, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. Certainly a joke and an insult. Now, the resurfaced footage you saw shows him visibly flustered, recounting the strange parcels that he's received from his critics, potatoes and Humpty Dumpty toys sent as a mocking tribute to his time at CNN. Will they become a surreal addition to his post-journalism life? The absurdity of the situation is only highlighted by Stelter's need to explain these unsolicited deliveries to his bewildered children. One can only imagine the awkwardness of the conversation as Stelter tries to rationalize why his detractors have chosen to express their disdain through such unconventional means. But the humiliation doesn't end there. The video also highlights Stelter's struggle to comprehend the reasons behind his newfound nicknames. Yes, he knows why they call him that. He just needs to be honest with himself, right? He's a reliable source after all. How about he look in the mirror and try to be a reliable source to himself? So in a moment of vulnerability, he does admit to being perplexed by Fox News' Sean Hannity, referring to him as Humpty Dumpty. The once confident anchor now finds himself at a loss, unable to grasp the motivation behind the taunts. Now, as the story unfolds, it does become clear that Stelter's fall from grace has not gone unnoticed by his rivals in the media landscape. Conservative figures, particularly those associated with Fox News, have seized upon the opportunity to revel in Stelter's misfortune. The resurfaced video serves as a testament to the glee with which they have embraced his downfall, using it as a means to undermine the credibility of CNN and the broader liberal media establishment. Now, the mockery reaches new heights as Sean Hannity takes center stage, roasting Stelter in a blistering on-air segment with mixture of contempt and amusement. Hannity gleefully declares, "Little Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and had a great fall and couldn't answer a question." The schoolyard-esque taunt, delivered with Hannity's signature bravado, adds insult to injury for the beleaguered Stelter. Watch.
Now, this might be my favorite, not to be outdone. Make-believe journalist, full-time Fox and Hannity stalker, Humpty Dumpty referred to valid criticism of fake news CNN as a vast right-wing conspiracy. Notice that he never will answer the question that this student is rightly asking about how abusively corrupt and abusively biased fake news CNN is. Take a look.
They pushed the Russian collusion hoax. They pushed the Jussie Smollett hoax. They smeared Justice Kavanaugh as a rapist, and they also smeared Nick Sandmann as a white supremacist. And yes, they dismissed the Hunter Biden laptop affair as pure Russian disinformation. With mainstream corporate journalists becoming little more than apologists and cheerleaders for the regime, is it time to finally declare that the canon of journalistic ethics is dead or no longer operative? All the mistakes of the mainstream media, and CNN in particular, seem to magically all go in one direction. Are we expected to believe that this is all just some sort of random coincidence, or is there something else behind it?
It's too bad. It's time for lunch.
You have 30 seconds.
No, I mean,
Brian.
there's a clock that says 30 seconds. But I think my honest answer to you, and I'll come over and talk in more detail after this, is that I think you're describing a different channel than the one that I watch. But I understand that that is a popular right-wing narrative about CNN.
That student was 1,000% right on every issue fake news CNN got wrong. And little Humpty Dumpty, he sat on a wall and he had a great fall and he couldn't answer the question. Never forget, the Russia collusion was 3 years of conspiracy theories and lies and a hoax. What he said about Justice Kavanaugh was true, and he wasn't a rapist. Fake news CNN ended up paying high school student Nicholas Sandmann a ton of money after they viciously smeared him on their network. That's not a right-wing narrative. Humpty, that's called a fact, something you don't know anything about.
Ain't that the truth? Now, the resurfaced video and Hannity's scathing commentary paint a picture of a journalist in free fall and grasping at straws as he attempts to salvage his reputation. The once mighty Stelter, a fixture of the CNN lineup, now finds himself reduced to a punchline, a cautionary tale of the perils of partisan journalism. But perhaps the most intriguing twist in the saga is Stelter's surprising pivot to Republican politics in a move that has raised eyebrows across the political spectrum. The former CNN anchor has set his sights on a school board seat in New Jersey, running as a conservative candidate. The question now on everyone's mind is, can Stelter convince voters that he's truly one of them? Or will his past as a liberal media talking head prove to be an insurmountable obstacle? And as Stelter embarks on this new chapter, the resurfaced video serves as a haunting reminder of the baggage that he carries. The Humpty Dumpty and Mr. Potato Head monikers, once a source of amusement for his critics, now threaten to undermine his credibility as a conservative candidate. Can Stelter effectively shed his past and rebrand himself, or will the humiliating footage and nicknames continue to dog him throughout his new political journey? Now, the story of Brian Stelter's fall from grace and subsequent reinvention is a fascinating case study in the cutthroat world of media and politics. As the resurfaced video continues to circulate, it serves as a reminder of the power of mockery and the enduring impact of public humiliation. For Stelter, the road ahead is fraught with challenges as he attempts to navigate the treacherous waters of conservative politics while grappling with the ghosts of his CNN past. And only time will tell if he can successfully shed his Humpty Dumpty and Mr. Potato Head labels and convince voters of his conservative bona fides. Until then, the resurfaced video will continue to serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the perils of partisan journalism and the unforgiving nature of the public eye. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's time for my final thought. Now, the resurfaced video of Brian Stelter's triggering by conservative mockery serves as a powerful reminder of the consequences of partisan journalism. As we witness Stelter's fall from grace and his desperate attempt to reinvent himself as a Republican candidate, we're forced to confront the deep divisions that plague our media landscape. The once respected journalist, now reduced to a caricature of Humpty Dumpty and Mr. Potato Head, embodies the dangers of sacrificing objectivity for partisan gain. But beyond the perils of seeing a liberal media figure brought low, this story raises important questions about the state of our republic. When journalists become political pawns, beholden to ideological agendas rather than pursuit of truth, we all suffer. As Stelter navigates this uncertain new chapter, let us reflect on the vital role of a free and impartial press and preserving the integrity of our republic. The future of our nation depends on it.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.